7,275 pounds dry weight. One owner Wolfpack 23Pack15 with up to 15 feet of potential loading space in the garage coming in here at Advantage 1 RV. We actually sold this when it was brand new to the original owners down at Haylett RV of Coldwater, Michigan, just, I don't know, a mile down the street. And overall, it looks just about as good today as it did back then. A couple little dings and blemishes, just regular use stuff that I'll point out to you as we go through here, but nothing major. Like, there's no like, oh, this is broken and that's leaking and this is busted. It overall looks pretty good. One thing I do want to get on a soapbox and talk about a little bit, though, just before we get too far along, is what are you going to want to use as a vehicle to tow this? I'm going to get a lot of people asking, is that half-ton towable? It's only 7,200 pounds. No, I don't really feel this is generally half-ton towable. Maybe there's a custom-ordered super max heavy tow payload half-ton out there that has the theoretical specs to do this. Okay, I can concede that. But generally speaking, you're going to be in 3/4 ton land right here. It is a 102-inch wide body. It is about as tall as a fifth wheel to give you room to load those big side-by-sides, which is really the whole point of something like this. Otherwise, you might look at something a little bit smaller, or a big golf cart. You need extra room, and that comes at the expense of extra weight. So I don't want you coming in with like a 150 STX or something like that, a lighter duty half-ton. I think that you're, especially if you're planning on any serious towing and going, stay safe, stay smart, get yourself a 3/4, hope you have a 3/4. Short of that, let's get inside here. And I mentioned I had a couple blemishes. One of the things I like to do for you is be a reasonable, decent person. And I like to get that stuff out of the way. I don't want you driving from 8 hours away, whatever, to find out it's got something you weren't expecting that sullies your whole experience. Thankfully, I haven't found anything structural. I haven't found anything like leaks or anything like that. Like this fender skirt is unfortunately pretty much broken off. About 75% of it's missing. I don't know if it was wind buffeting. I don't know if it was a tree branch or what got a hold of it. It doesn't look like it was a flat tire because those tires all match and those appear to be factory original Castle Rock. So I don't believe a flat tire has been an issue there. Can you get fender trim replaced? Of course, absolutely. Be patient with that, though. I just from experience, fulfillment on things like that takes time. Two other things I noticed over here, the entry door. I don't know if shifting cargo, I don't know exactly what caused this, but there's all these bumps in it, basically. Technical term, bump. This is a laminated door. It's bead foam packed. It's not broken through, so it is surface level. The thing is, too, hope you appreciate the fact I go out of my way to show you stuff like this, because if the screen door was just closed, man, you'd have to really be spotting it. The only other thing I noticed here is that the bottom of the screen door looks like maybe, again, something shifted, something might have hit it. That little panel insert could be replaced, but that's the kind of stuff that I've spotted on here. It's very surface level, cosmetic, and most of it, other than that fender skirt, you pretty much walk past and never even realize it's happening. But the good news, you're also picking up some nice accessories, compliments of the previous owner, including that centerline TS hitching system right there. So, does it have a couple things? Sure, but there's a couple extras included in here that you could say maybe offset that, but I suppose that's up to you folks how you see it. I'm just trying to shoot you straight. And one of the first things I always ask myself whenever we get like a toy hauler in is it dirty? Toy haulers seem to be something, because they tend to be used, off the beaten path where things can get a little bit rough and tumble at times. Not everybody takes care of them very nicely, and I don't get that sense at all on this one. It was used, not abused, and that's just truly the best way I can describe it here. Little look with the ramp up, little look with the ramp down. Now, I tell you, I don't have the patio fully deployed currently. I've got it in like puppy saver baby gate safety mode right now, which I don't know that I commonly display. It's nice to see something a little bit different. But I tell you, especially this tree line, man, it's giving me like nature vibes. I want to just be out here. I want a drink in my hand. I just want some Joe Satriani playing or something like that, a little summer song, just soaking up that sunshine. That's what I want to be doing out here. It does have that roll down 3-season tent wall, and above that we've got that power drop queen bed with the adjustable ride kind of flip over sofa bed theater seat inward facing multi-function jobs that almost every toy hauler has. Thankfully this has them as well. Now it's in like maximum loading height mode right now. If you need extra loading width, they can ride parallel to that overhead bed additionally. The original factory chairs are in here. Those are swivels and those are recliners, and they are very lightweight. If you want to take them out on the patio and enjoy your Joe Satriani or Travis Tritt or combination thereof, free bird, you could do that. Looks like somebody came up with their own little drink table, little table to keep between those right there. Sometimes it ain't got to be fancy. It's just got to work. If you don't like the table, well, after you buy the RV, you can get rid of it. One of the cool things, though, about a taller ceiling is like, you see those taller cabinets. And then over here, what really opens this one up is that it does have a kitchen slide. It's about the depth of the refrigerator. But thankfully, with this being a wide body RV, there's still room to load some pretty wide stuff between it. Now, here's the rub. There's 100 different toys, golf carts, side-by-sides. There's 4,000 different measurements that we could potentially measure in this thing. There's just no way I can predictively give you every measurement you're going to want and or need in just this video. So all you need to do, give our team here a call. Let us know, hey, I've got something that's such and such size, this width, this height. My roll cage is that big. We'll walk out here. We'll tape measure it. We'll check it. We'll measure it twice to make sure you only got to buy it once. But I just can't predict that stuff ahead of time. And even all the original owner's manuals in that little Haylett RV packet over there, everything appears to be present and accounted for, and they even added a television. Did I say president and accounted for? Whatever. Moving up front, this is a dual entry bed and bath. So you can get to the bedroom or bathroom from that hallway. And then, you know, the bathroom from the bedroom. You know what I mean. Like, you can see it. I don't need to describe it. I'm stupid. I'm stupid today. Anyway, my wife confirms that. She's the best. Love my wife. She's so cool. But with this being wide body, you've just got all kinds of room in here. And headroom for days, considering it's an extra tall hauler. Just a point of reference, standing in the shower here. Yeah, I'm gonna have to do jumping jacks to crack my head on this thing. And up top here, along with all that height, it's nice that they even included a skylight. Being so tall, they probably could have got away with not doing it. But that big vent fan, really making sure this steam room gets ventilated out, which is really nice. Or, as I've said before, if it's been a Taco Tuesday, you really appreciate the bigger fan there. Now with the gen prep, your gen controls are actually right here by your bedside. So if you do choose to put a generator in it, what's kind of cool, if you wake up at night and it's warm, you can just reach over and turn on the generator. Maybe the AC is kind of set to kick on, you know, because the thermostat is still 12 volt powered. It'll just power right up and there you go. 60 by 80 true queen bed was applied here. That is a big, thick memory foam mattress that looks like it maybe also has like a foam topper fitted sheet on top of that. So double the flavor, double the fun, double mint gum. Both sides of the bed have household and USB plugs, hanging storage, and with this being wide body and a queen bed, lots of room to walk around it, which is really nice. Also some pretty nice deep overhead cabinet space. I wanted to get you up there to actually take a good look at it. I did spot one more thing. I must have missed it on my initial pass through, which I don't know how. It's pretty obvious. This window shade, the string anchors popped. So it looks like that just kind of needs reset. If you care, a lot of people just leave the shade down and call it macaroni. So back outside here, we kind of began our adventure here, but I do want to revisit a couple things up front. I touched on it briefly, but up in this big front storage compartment, you can see things, there's some nice accessories in here. There's the previous owner's hitching system, which is to be included with the sale of this RV. You see that floating picnic table. You could use that between the chairs, on the deck. You could use it outside. A whole handful of other things like a circuit analyzer, a water pressure regulator. She is simple side mount solar ready over here for like a portable panel, just a battery tender basically. But another thing that's easy to miss is down here we have one of them famous Uncle Josh propane cooker hookers right there. So if you want to do some grilling and chilling outdoors, well, you could do that too. This is a 102-inch wide body product, which in simpler terms, 8.5 foot wide. This is the max width that something can be before it needs to be labeled as like a wide load. Which is how they're able to still leave, that big loading space in there even when the kitchen slide is retracted. Overall, like, the skin, the decals, other than just that fender skirt, which I have to believe is probably a symptom of wind buffeting, because there sure isn't like, if that was like a low-hanging tree branch or bush, there would be like a huge scrape down the side of the trailer, and I just don't see that. Now this is generator ready up here. All the prep and wiring is basically done, so you effectively just got to get yourself a generator, plug in the transfer switch right there, and you're good to go. Or what you basically have here is a vapor sealed compartment, which is really good for, like, I would say your black tank hose and totes and stuff like that, and it's still not a bad idea for some of those connectors. But you'll find in a minute that this RV actually has its own little black tank sewer hose caddy kind of job. Outside utility shower, black tank flush over here right above that city water fill-in connection, right above the Stinky Slinky hookup station. And in addition to the full outside shower, you've also got a quick little spray port right here. Maybe you just want something light duty. You want to clean some fish, or you want to hose off your bike. You don't need full hot, you know, shower type stuff. You got that too. And the underbelly here, just for a little bit of extra protection, is enclosed, and it does not look like they went walking through high cotton and, you know, scraped up the bottom of this thing. It looks fine down here. Toward the back here, that is that Stinky Slinky transport tube right there. And this does, as you can pretty obviously see, have that full patio party deck arrangement. I actually wanted to do something different. I intentionally wanted to kind of show it more in ramp mode today. I always end up showing these things in patio mode, and I don't know, I just felt like doing something different today. You can obviously see it's got all the gates and hardware. The little pins to hold the aircraft grade cables in place, they're still mounted like right there on the door. Nothing's missing. It's not like I'm trying to mask there's a problem. I wanted to look at something different today, you know, show it more in the ramp loading space, and maybe get an idea of the loading angle of attack you have here. We're backup camera ready up top. You got that handy flood load light. And just to give you a look down the back wall here so you can see that it's not all busted up and scarred up. It's not like we're trying to hide anything by leaving the ramp down or anything like that. Now over here it also has a fueling station in that bottom corner on the back wall. Pretty common location for that, on one side or the other for a toy hauler. This does share a fuel cell with the generator, so keep that in mind. Sometimes people got some kind of crazy hot rod. They want to put a higher octane fuel in a fuel cell, but you got to remember that's feeding the generator too. So be a little bit careful, a little bit cool about that. Outside TV hookups here under the about shooting from the hip, 16 to 18 foot awning. I'm just kind of eyeballing it, so don't quote me on that. I probably put the awning length in the specs at the beginning of the video, or I've been trying to put specs in the video description based on some consumer feedback. Thank you very much for those suggestions, folks. You folks really truly do drive this channel, by the way. So if you have any other questions, give us a call down here at Advantage One RV, and whether you need hitching, you need financing, you got a trade, we do all that stuff. Let us know. We'll get you rolling. So take care, stay safe, have fun, and have an A1 day, everyone.